to sustained success. The only question is whether customers are ready for it.
The purpose of the Avaya was to not just show what we could do as engineers, but it was the sort of statement of intent from all directions that Lotus is back.
For over 70 years, Lotus has been a racing legend and a niche manufacturer. The Avaya is a technology-driven step to help the marque enter a greener supercar era.
Every Monday to Friday night at 8.
This is the future.
Nat Geo Science, every Monday to Friday night at 8 on National Geographic. This September on National Geographic Network. Survivalist expert Hazen Audell tracks the ancient migration routes towards the legendary savannah.
I gotta try to get out of here.
Whoa! We trace the history of the Maya back to the very start to uncover the origins of this powerful ancient civilization.
It's a very important site that nobody knew about. That was a big surprise for us.
Travel journalist Jeff Jenkins puts his physical abilities to the test in this awe-inspiring travel adventure across the globe.
Woo. OMG. One step at a time, baby.
These vets have seen it all.
Whoa. Let's see what's going on.
And no job is too tough for these Nat Geo Wilds leading men.
I'm giving this pig a piggy pedicure.
All new this September on National Geographic Network.
In 1948, right outside Parkersburg, West Virginia, DuPont built Washington Works, one of the largest plastics manufacturing plants in the world. Earl Tennant lived and worked on his 500-acre farm outside Parkersburg, West Virginia. Earl began seeing dramatic changes in the water on his property.
Look at the scum on that water. It ain't fit for cattle to drink.
Earl was convinced that the source of the problem was DuPont. He turned to an unlikely champion for help.
They brought with them videotapes, photographs, a lot of information about what they've been seeing happening on their property.
This is 153 of these animals that I've lost on this farm. If this stuff does this thing to these cattle, what we do to human beings?
To uncover the truth, Balot filed a motion demanding a full account of what was going into the landfill.
We came across a reference to a chemical called PFOA.
PFOA stood for perfluorooctanoic acid, also known as C8. Its waterproof qualities made it useful in thousands of household products like carpeting, dental floss, and Teflon pans. As Balot continued examining the documents, he made a shocking discovery. C8 had spread from the factory into drinking water. C8 travels in the blood throughout the body where it can enter cells in any organ. It remains in the body for years and remains indefinitely in the environment. Bucky Bailey, whose mother was pregnant with him while working in the Teflon division at DuPont, is now 35 years old.
I had an extremely high amount of C8 in my blood. We look at C8 as a product that helps us tremendously. No one really knows the damage that it really does.
Armed with proof of DuPont's cover-up, Balot sent his findings to the Environmental Protection Agency. Once the suit was brought, West Virginia mandated DuPont test the water around their plant. 6 water districts tested high for C8. Around 100,000 people were drinking water laced with C8, and they had been for decades. It took 7 years to test the blood of the 69,000 people exposed to the chemical C8 dumped into their drinking water by DuPont.
Scientific answers: exposure to this chemical could cause 6 different serious human diseases: testicular cancer, kidney cancer, ulcerative colitis, thyroid disease, preeclampsia, and high cholesterol.
People with one of the 6 diseases can sue DuPont for damages. 3,500 people filed personal injury lawsuits beginning in 2013.
Magnificent animal moms-to-be have reached the halfway stage of their pregnancies. Now, cutting edge